Cat fever! That was a terrible Panther. Florida Panthers, Bill Zito. This handsome son of a bitch, Bill Zito. I mean, what a stud. What an absolute stud. You know, and he's a rascal too. You know, kept it close to the vest. You know, went about it the way that a true poker player does. Because Bill Zito sat there at this press conference, at this draft press conference this past week, and it was like, oh, you know, where did things stand with Ekblad and Marchand? And he goes, no. Bill Zito, you rascal. You champion, handsome rascal, you. Wow, I think that tequila actually turned me into a Panther. More so than my weak-ass one before there. Well, my lips are on fire, so I'm sorry. I had to chase it like a weenie with a little water there. But, man, the Florida Panthers have re-signed Aaron Ekblad and Brad Marchand to multi-year deals. This goes, of course, on top of our weekend action. Sam Bennett signed up for 8 more years. But I got to be honest with you. I was I went into this and I was like, I don't know, dude. Because I feel like these SOB teams are going to come like a knocking with some big old paydays. And I know what Aaron Ekblad said, but then he was kind of saying goodbye. And then he's like, but Florida's my home. I bleed for the Cats. And I was really at a conundrum where I was like, you know, I know they're keeping Bennett. That's the way I felt going. I'm like, I know they're keeping Bennett. All right. He wouldn't lie. You don't tell lies at the balcony of the elbow room. It's like a law. But with Aaron Ekblad, I was like, why is he so sad? And then, you know, he gives this whole thing about Florida being his home. And I'm like, you know, I have decided amongst myself, I am not okay with losing Aaron Ekblad at the expense of Brad Marchand. Not because I don't love what Marchand did. Okay, he is now fully morphed cat through and through. The rat is fully a cat. But it just didn't sit well with me. It didn't sit well in the old belly of, we're going to lose a cat's lifer for a guy I hated a year ago. And it was a magical run. Miracle strong. It was a magical run. But like, I would have been okay with it floating into the ether, and that would have been Marchand's career and forever a legend. Oh, it's engraved in the cup forever. But I had accepted. I was like, you know, I'm going to be a little sad if this is how it goes. And instead, we get the news today that Aaron Ekblad is sticking around, on an 8-year deal, $7 million a year. And this dude, true to his word, isn't going anywhere. Aaron Ekblad is sticking around, and it's just, I mean, because, you know, and I think John Butchergraw said it well. You know, you choose happiness over money, but he says he left millions and millions on the table. But now he's a cat's lifer. He's a friggin' legend. And he's a good boy, which I've always said about Aaron Ekblad. Tough for you, Brooks Koepka. And I think it's incredible to sign that deal. 8 years, little over 6 a year. Beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And, you know, Matthew Tkachuk, he tweets out that the Spittin' Chicklets nailed it, that no one wants to leave who would want to leave the Panthers right now? In this type of run, a true, you know, so much debate. Is it a dynasty? Is it not a dynasty? And I think everybody on the Cats, you know, I know Tkachuk came out and he said, well, we're absolutely a dynasty. And he's been here for all 3. But when you win 3, there is no denial. That's an absolute dynasty. and to have that chance this year and to all come back and have the chance at it this year would just leave an unmistakable mark. You better give him a discount on the trade mark, dude. Just saying. Meanwhile, I'm sitting there doing this at 6:30, and I got a Dorian Finney-Smith deal and a Jaren Jackson Jr. contract as far as free agency. Ugh. Meanwhile, NHL free agency, lit AF. So once the Marchand deal came through, I was like, oh, man. Well, this is what I wanted. Once the Ekblad deal came through, I was like, this is what I wanted. I'm happy if Marchand moves on, even if it's to the Leafs. No bigs. Instead, the Leafs, their day was losing Mitch Marner to the Vegas Golden Knights. And just to go for Canada, Bouchard signs for over 10 a year, while the Cats are sitting here taking 8 and 7 and 6. Just, I mean, what can you say with this Bill Zito? Can you believe this mother bleeper is not in line for GM of the year or never gets GM of the year? It's hogwash. But the Ekblad moves happened, and I'm like, well, you know what? It was good knowing you, Marchand. I'm like, this is probably the sign. Someone is going to throw the absolute bag at him. But no. He's like, I love it here. I'm sticking around, and I'm staying with the Cats. And a 6-year extension, a little under $32 million. Unbelievable. They were able to do it. It's friggin' unreal what this Bill Zito was able to do. And you see, like, just the everybody's just in pain. Like, I can't believe they're going to be back. They're going to be back in full swing, knowing each other, fully loaded, ready to rock. And, yeah, there's probably going to be a sad casualty if it's Evan Rodriguez. That's my boy. I'm going to be upset about that. But you got to keep Mackie Samoskevich. Samo's got looks like he's got a bright future ahead. And maybe this is his step-up year. But I'm not going to be happy about it. But like to be able to get this trio to stick around is unfriggin' believable. And Bill Zito's sitting here and he goes, I don't know what's going to... You knew, you rascal. You knew. And you got Kachuk tweeting out pictures of him and Marchand in the pool. What do we got? I mean, Sam Bennett absolutely over the moon on social media. Sam Reinhart's tweeting out photos. Sam Bennett goes, got to keep your dogs. Brad Marchand, well, he's holding the picture of holding up Brad Marchand on their shoulders at 11. Sam Reinhart hammered in the background. He tweets out a photo of him, or it tweets. Tequila might have been getting to me quicker. Marchand and Ekblad just getting started. Number 5, going into the rafters. Certified Cats lifer. It just feels right. And when and with all that he went through this year with the suspensions, but like you just remember when somebody f***ed around with Aaron Ekblad. And he just was like, no, that's not going to happen, dude. That is not going to happen. To me, in my mind, I was like, Aaron Ekblad, already a legend because he won the cup. But like he's a certified Cat gangster when that went down. And I'm not going to have this man just be on any other team. I'm sorry. So I'm so happy that he gets to stick around. This Bill Zito is just an absolute gem. And the whining's going to happen. State tax, oh, boo, state tax, oh. Well, I'm sorry, dude. But you want to know something? This a former top overall pick. He gets to stay with this franchise forever. If you got a problem with that, kiss my ass. Sam Bennett, he's a Conn Smythe Trophy winner. MVP. You got a problem with him sticking around with his franchise? Oh, well, sorry. And then Marchand, a once enemy of the Cats. brought back to elite status, even at his age, forgotten by his franchise, and is now decided, this is where I want to stick around. If that's a problem for you, do better. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. That's maybe whatever remnants of the Cats, you could be like Toronto and try and like poach the backup goalie and whatever. But this team is not going anywhere next year. The nightmare for the league is going to continue. And it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. They deserve it. Congrats to the Cats. Congrats to Bill Zito. You're a maestro, a genius, a savant. And if it's too strong, I think I love you. I'm sorry. We know it too much for me. I'm sorry. Cat fever.